Hello, wonderful individual souls, you out there, and welcome to Aries Void's Esoteric Sage Moments, Presence. Today, I would like to talk about the term, the grass is greener. I totally agree with this. The grass is always greener right now. The grass is always greener at this moment. How much can you make the grass green here and now? How much can you paint the picture of the cosmos around you to make it alive? How much can you infuse the stars, the planets, the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, and the human being? How much can you fill it with spirit? How much can you understand it? How much can you build up a certain cosmic picture? How much you can do this is how much you have chosen to work upon this, to build upon this, to consciously work around our inner world. To sit here and to more or less ease yourself way into acceptance. It is a kind of accepting whatever you feel, however you feel, right here and now. And be a guiding light, to be a guidepost, to be a guardian of your body, your emotions, your thoughts, and your will. Doesn't matter what or where or how things happens. You're always steady and observing. You don't observe with your sword up ready to strike anytime. But you are kind of so open that you can feel any impulses coming in, so that you can be vulnerable. Of course, when you are vulnerable and someone suddenly use that and try to prey on it, you feel it immediately. That is when you feel smaller than yourself, and it is important to immediately grab your hold of yourself and say this is not truth. Being able to feel, being able to will and have a certain will for life, a certain force when living, a certain interest in the world around us and human beings and living creatures and spiritual beings all around us. Taking as an example, we do have the mineral kingdom. And in this mineral kingdom, you see it is constantly breaking down, dying, drying up. Like if a human body is hung up in the desert, it will over time dry completely up, and when you touch it, it turns to dust. That is when the etheric or the life formative forces retreats away from the body, and it doesn't keep that equilibrium of life anymore. The mineral kingdom is the only kingdom that breaks down here on earth. The rest is constantly infused with life. The mineral kingdom is purely the mineral kingdom. Of course, there's spirits too. And then we have the plant kingdom, the mineral kingdom, and the formative forces, the life formative forces. So now there are two bodies. So that is why it just grows, and it has a very, very simple consciousness of its own. But it is so simplistic that it is working with the atmosphere and areas around it, and absorbing all nourishments around it to grow. And then we have the animal kingdom, which have the astral body, desires, pleasures, pains, movement. That is where movements and where we start to have instincts, where we start to have certain wants and longings. And all of these four, this is the animals. But they are missing something we have. Our ego, our I, our center, what makes us stand upright. This is what is dividing us from the animal kingdom. The animal kingdom is wholly and fully working within itself. Animal species is that whole species in a sense. The physical body is their whole soul. They are a group soul. Let's call it their deity. The lion deity, the elephant deity. They are following a certain architectural life form structure based on their soul. It's the same with us. Of course, we will never ever go backwards in evolution. We will never turn to an animal, ever, because we can't lose something of our essence, of our inner core that we already have. It's important to be aware of this, because if you think that when you die and then you leave your body while you die, you are completely unconscious. But if you are always awake and aware to every situation, you will be given how you are to operate. It is a beautiful cooperation. And this beautiful cooperation is truly loving. It is truly for the whole of the cosmos. We are the cosmic agents. We are the cosmic royalty, the spiritual guardians, we human beings. And we are slowly but surely starting to gain that strength, that inner strength to have freedom of love again. To have this individual, free chosen, loving, greener, grass is greener type of way in life. We have to choose this. You will never be given this. Who is going to give it to you? You will have to bestow it upon yourself, work upon it until it is as strong as an anchor, until you have an anchorage to it here in this realm. It is a beautiful, beautiful path to take, but it is certainly a difficult one, because it is like a maze. It is like there is a million concepts out there, and that maze alone is not easy to maneuver through. That is why it is important to study. Study what we have, study what we are given from past, and infuse it with a new kind of cognition we have today. To have living life force trying to always work upon here. You see what is new and have to be taken consciously here and now will in later times be autonomous, just like our thoughts are. What we do consciously here will be automatic in the next incarnations. It is an ongoing, continuous path. That is why we have to have certain responsibilities, because we put out a whole lot of different forms of beings out there that comes back, worked upon, changed. And it is all us, feelings, thinking, and willing. They all affect the world around us. They all affect the astral light. And it affects all of mankind. That is why it is so beautiful to have a certain balance. This balance is always, always helpful. Because you can always see the truth of life and the grand plan of things. You are going above a certain level of egotistic perception so that you start to truly feel love for all of creation. There are countless excuses to not love this creation. I will not allow myself to be grabbed by that. It is so easy. It is such a beautiful temptation, eh? So easy to satisfy oneself with anger. But that anger is a being that you send out in intention. Either you want it or not. It affects the astral light. And as I said, we all have our responsibility. Of course, here's the thing, the truth. You have all time in the world. And to do fails and errors is a challenge to try again. You didn't do it quite right, try again. You didn't feel quite satisfied with your work, try again. Always try again. Thanks to everyone. May the divine and everyone guide you on the path to growth and to this beautiful harmony we are to achieve and to build. Love you all. Goodbye.